Hi, my name is Ian Haislip, an Associate Health Economist here at Ambu. Today, we're going to take a look at a study that has expanded our understanding of the issue of contamination in reusable duodenoscopes. First, I'd like to provide you a bit of detail on what a duodenoscope is and what it is commonly used for. A duodenoscope is a reusable flexible endoscope that is used to perform endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography, or what we commonly refer to as ERCP procedures. So why are we examining the contamination rates of duodenoscopes? Well, patient-to-patient infections due to contaminated duodenoscopes can occur because duodenoscopes are difficult to properly disinfect after each use. Therefore, this study aimed to identify the prevalence of contaminated patient-ready duodenoscopes. The authors conducted a comprehensive systematic literature review to identify contamination rates associated with duodenoscopes, and then conducted a meta-analysis of the data from the identified studies. This means that their analysis is combining all of the existing evidence on this issue to provide a comprehensive analysis of duodenoscope contamination. A total of 2,214 studies were identified through the author's initial search of databases and other sources. Of those 2,214, 2,107 were screened based on title and abstract review following the removal of duplicate studies. Then, the authors applied inclusion and exclusion criteria and narrowed down the list to 47 studies. These 47 studies were reviewed in full, and after assessing the full text articles for eligibility, 15 studies were included in the final analysis. Of the 15 studies, 1 was conducted in Canada and 9 were conducted in the United States. The remaining studies were conducted throughout various European countries. This systematic literature review and meta-analysis identified a 15.25% contamination rate of reprocessed patient-ready duodenoscopes. This was higher than the expected contamination rate of 6.8%, which was the final contamination rate identified by the FDA, and may also indicate a higher than expected endoscope-related infection risk for reusable duodenoscopes associated with ERCP. When taking a deeper look into the different types of reprocessing and the resulting level of contamination for duodenoscopes, we see a bit of a difference in concordance with the FDA recommendations. The meta-analysis of included studies assessing the contamination rate after reprocessing using single high-level disinfection showed a contamination rate of 16.14%. Meanwhile, a meta-analysis of the included studies assessing contamination rate of facilities using double high-level disinfection or ethylene oxide sterilization found a pooled contamination rate of 9.2%. As more and more studies uncover the risk of contamination from reusable duodenoscopes, it is important for you to take a deeper look into your reprocessing methods to ensure every step and guideline are appropriately followed. Previous studies have shown the annual proportion of non-compliance with reprocessing guidelines was close to 60%. Even when all FDA guidelines and manufacturer instructions for use are followed, reprocessing does not guarantee an absolute zero in risk of cross-contamination. This study confirms the FDA's ever-growing concerns with reprocessing reusable endoscopes. We at Ambu have been solving this issue since 2009, when we developed the world's first single-use endoscope, the aScope Bronco. As the experts in single-use endoscopy, we felt the need to bring our products to the GI field in order to solve the issue of properly reprocessing flexible endoscopes. The Ambu aScope Duodeno is a sterile, single-use duodenoscope that is aimed to help address and mitigate the serious cross-contamination concerns during ERCP procedures. For more information on the Ambu aScope Duodeno and our lineup of sterile, single-use endoscopy tools, visit us at ambuusa.com.